so proudly we hailed, and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so calmly streaming, and the rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yet wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yet wave for the land of the free, and the home of the
What's going on, guys and girls? How are you? Welcome back to another Monday night. That means it's time for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series presented to you by iRock TV on your favorite Roku TV or Roku streaming device. Welcome, welcome aboard. Time for qualifying, so we're going to get down dirty, see what these guys and girls got for this very, very fast 3.4 mile, 20 turn juggernaut of a racetrack. It's going to be one hell of a night, and I'm glad that all of y'all can be out there, because in here we got just about 40 guys and gals that are going to go ahead and try to get it done. How about we'll check right in with one of the guys that's already out there trying to take his time, pick up with the one and only Matt O'Brien in this number 43. I'm going to go ahead and bring up your track map as well as your scoring pylon right now. That way you can see where these guys and girls are throughout the evening. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I cannot wait. First road course of the season, not only turning left, but a whole bunch of rights. As you can see by that track map on the bottom right-hand side, looks like I literally just took a pen and just made some squiggly lines, because that's exactly what this place is. Again, 20 turns, 3.4 miles. I'll let you go ahead and bring up your track information again, so you kind of have an idea of what this looks like. So yeah, again, all over the place. It looks like got about 78-degree air temperature with a 89-degree track temp. Track length 3.36 miles, 20 turns. Looks like a good gust, amount of wind. 17 mile per hour winds, mostly cloudy. So it's this track's not really going to heat up all that much. Should have plenty of grip in the track all night long. If you're out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or the one and only iRock TV on your Roku device, again, welcome aboard and welcome to the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Again, I am Repeat, and man, this is, I believe, race number 4. I'll actually go ahead and pull up your schedule for you right quick. So yeah, they went through the duels. They went to Daytona, Phoenix, Atlanta, and then COTA. So yeah, this is race number 4, and next week we're going racing in corn country. We're going to go on out to Iowa for 180 laps. Cannot wait. All right, let's go ahead and clear that again, and let's get back to your tower. And I mean, we're talking about all that, and Matt O'Brien still has not come across the start stripe to put down an official time as of yet. And it's going to be like that for a few others out there as well. Stratus says, here's the race control stand. Who's ready for COTA? Stratus, thank you very much for all you do in race control. It's probably one of the most thankless jobs out there, because everybody wants to know why they got an EOL, or why they did, or why they got this, why they got a black flag, why you cleared this and you won't clear that. But man, we appreciate your hard work week in and week out. So this looks like this is heading up the straightaway, and we should start to see times populate for these drivers very, very soon. Again, once they do start coming in, they're going to start coming in pretty fast and furious. So we'll see. Absolutely, but needs to be done, and I agree. Yeah, it is something that absolutely has to be done. Let's go ahead and bring your track map back up, and this has been the 43. Let's see if we can catch up with somebody who might be just a little bit farther along in their lap. How about Nate Mon in this double deuce? Stratus says, and thank you, Pete. Thanks to you as well for all you do in the booth. It is an absolute labor of love, Stratus. An absolute labor of love. So Nate Mon, he's now about 8/10 through or just about 90% complete with his lap. So we should see his time come on up here pretty soon. This should be the straightaway for him to come across the start stripe. And Nate Mon will post his time. So far, the 43 of O'Brien that we were watching, he's P1 with a time of 2:14. So these guys are putting a single lap down in just slightly over 2 minutes. Andrew Wisdom in his number 15, though, he's going to go P number 1. Matt O'Brien P2, Jacob Kerr P3, John Honeycutt 4th, Tom Flitcroft, our Daytona winner, he's going to be now P7. Deutscher, Gale, Falliker, Blanchard, Jones, and Rob will go ahead and round out the at least the top 18. And let's move on down. How about Maxwell Castro? He just now came to finish his lap, And it looks like Castro is going to clock in P13 as he continues to move on down the board. How about Micah Allard back here in this number 61? Slow getting through the turn. Going to go ahead and get back on the throttle. Now, I'm not a road racer. Looks like he might be going just a little slow, but I could be wrong. Just maybe taking it easy. But Micah right now, he's just about done with his lap. Brendan Book in his machine, he just finished his lap. He's going to check in a little bit further on down the line. How about Jeremy Kramer in this 04 machine, this Mango machine? Looks like he just came to complete his lap. Let's see where that puts him. Not inside the top 10. How about John Osborne in his Woody's number 81? Osborne right now is about halfway through his lap, and he's going to continue to roll on. Okay, I thought maybe he had actually overshot that corner, but not so much. Able to just really slow it down, get down through the gears, and get on back on him as quick as we can. How about Holzer out here in this EMGG number 17? Holzer again. This is literally the first lap that he's going to turn. Unfortunately, Holzer cannot run the practices because of his work schedule. So his first laps on track are always qualifying, or so it seems. So Holzer with his lap is going to slot in right at P number 5. Byron Jones in his number 3, 213 Simware Patriot Esports machine. Byron right now sitting P23. Back down to Micah Allard in this number 61. He should be coming to finish his lap here very, very soon. Actually, looks like he's on his second lap. So we're going to move on over again to John Osborne, again in this 81 Woody's machine. Osborne right now looks like he'll actually be coming to complete his first lap in just a moment. All right, across the start stripe. Osborne usually pretty quick, and it looks like, not quite sure. Looks like he slotted in P24. So let's go on down. How about Duncan O'Connor in this Deuce? He's already completed one lap, so this is his second lap, and he's sitting down about 33rd right now, if that's correct. No, it's actually not correct. And then looks like, so what do we got here? Looks like we're going to have 42 drivers out here tonight, so nobody will go home. Everybody will absolutely make the race. So when qualifying is done and the warm-up starts, each and every one of these guys knows that any practice time that they put in will only benefit them in the full race. 31 laps around this 3.4 mile road course. Again, it's going to be one hell of a race. Two kind of locking them up just a little late, using a little bit of that runoff. I'm gonna guess it's pretty tight machine right there. He's gonna it might have been the reason that his first lap didn't count. He might have actually gone off track. So iRacing said, you're gonna have to do it a little bit cleaner than that. And this is what he's doing now. 1.9. So just about complete with his second lap. So we'll see where Duncan O'Connor in this number 2 machine out of Canada is going to do. Across the start stripe, there you go. And Duncan O'Connor looks like he's going to go ahead and slot in P21. How about Jose Ruiz back here in this number 23 for Team FTR? I think he's actually one of the last guys for that team to go, and looks like his time will not go through. So Jose Ruiz, he's actually gonna start P31 right in front of Zach Deutscher and Ryan McCall. So now we got a 10-minute warm-up, and let's go ahead and actually pull up the practice session and all that, show you exactly what was going on. And while I do that, I'm gonna take a quick little break, and I will be right back. need to grab to get ready for this race. Again, 31 laps around Circuit of the Americas. This is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Welcome back on another Monday night. I am Repeat, and this is a 3.4 mile, 20 turn juggernaut of a track. Not just lefts tonight, we're making lefts and rights. And we're talking about 2+ minutes, 14 to 15, give or take. Definitely want to welcome everybody that just joined out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or iRock through your favorite Roku device. Welcome aboard one more time. Big thank you to everybody out that just recently followed. Zeke33, NLX, Rube the Noob, Revenger XXL, Yotes King with the 19-month subscription in a row. Thank you very much, Byron. GabFab97, big follower of with iRock, and of course Mueller2881 followed as well. So big thank you to Mueller, and thank you to everybody that's out there. And man, this is going to be a lot of fun. So again, the 82-degree air temp. 80, what did I see just a moment ago? 109. There's a difference in the track temperature, and it was about a 17 mile per hour wind gust down to 16, so just a little bit, but the track and air temp definitely going to prove very vital as this race goes on. Starting to see a couple of issues out there with the stream dropping a little bit. Definitely apologize. Fighting a little bit of a latency issue. I thought a moment ago that we were all good, but it looks as though it's come back to rear its ugly head one more time. So let's go ahead and clear that, and let's go ahead and get back to everything. Mr. Dohar, good to see you, sir, and welcome back. Glad that you're actually able to race tonight. Not unlike last night, but man, you came back last night. You gave it the old, a little bit better than the college try. So good to see you, sir. At least you know I don't talk bad about you, Dohar. But Tom's parents out there saying, "Hey, Repeat, go Tom." He says, "I'm gonna beat Tom." Okay, you beat Tom. All right, so it looks like the 10-minute practice session is up. We're about to kick this off. So let's go ahead and go all the way on up and get ready and show you your grid. Here we go. So on the pole, it's going to be none other than Andrew Wisdom. Man, I tell you, can this guy not only pilot one of these stock cars, the man is bad fast in IndyCar as well. Dohar says, let's hope power's cooperating for now, but it killed my headset last night. Man, I tell you what, I've been having internet issues for the last couple days. Thought it was fixed, but I'm starting to see a little bit of fluctuation in that. Hopefully it'll be nice and steady for me too. Matt O'Brien right now, P number 2 in that 43. Ryan Crooks in his number 25 EMGG machine, going to roll off P number 3. Jacob Kerr in that 11 P4. P5 is going to be the 34 of Jordan McGraw, old J-Mac. P5, James Holzer in that 17 machine. Matt Burgess in his 12, starting P number 7. P8 to round out row number 4 is going to be Tom Harmon in his Avril Lavigne machine. Matt Gale in his number 67, P9. P10, Zach Deutscher in his Wood Brothers Fame, number 21. Francis Hamilton in that 48, going to be P11. Andrew Sanford to round out row number 6 in his 37. And to go through the rest here, looks like it's going to be John Honeycutt in 13th in his number 50. Brody Falliker in his number 1. Very strong run last week, starting P14. P15, Tom Flickcroft in that 8, going to be on the inside. Brendan Book in his number 5, going to start P16. P17, Tyler Dohar with Maxwell Castro to his outside for 18th. 19th is going to be Joseph Berg in his 93. And around that row number 10 is going to be the 91 of Sean Blanchard. Row number 11, we got Duncan O'Connor in his deuce with Nate Mon in that double deuce starting 22nd. Is that going to be a good luck bit for him? Behind him, it's going to be Cody Kalinka in that 79 with Eliza Bethel starting P24 in her 64. Byron Jones in his number 3 is going to start P25 with John Osborne in his 81 to his out. Ryan McCall in the 30 with Chuck Cody starting P28. Row 15 is going to be the 04 of Jeremy Kramer with Rob Newman P30. 31st going to be Dylan Robb in his number 16 with Joseph Turley in his 13, 32nd. Jose Ruiz in his 23, starting 33rd. Austin Collins to his outside in those 00 numbers, 34th. 35th, going to be Micah Allard in his 61 with Hagen Joyner. Rivers Jones, 44th. In his 44, P38. P39, Philip Bridgman. We're going green flag. I got a little carried away in that, didn't I? All right, let's get in with these guys. Whoops, sorry about that. 15 way out high as we get through. So far, I don't see caution, but I definitely see where John Osborne, Eliza Bethel, Ryan McCall, Chuck Cody, Micah Allard, and Rob Newman, a little bit of an issue going through that corner. Let's go ahead and bring up your scoring pylon. Usually I would wait just a little bit for that. But tonight we're going to go ahead and pull that up now since so much is going on. Tom Richards says, Bill, yeah, absolutely. Zach Deutscher and Phil, yeah, we can catch up with them here in just a little bit. Zach Deutscher, he right now is P29, and Philip Bridgman is 33rd, already up 6 spots. All right, so let's kind of go back a little bit. We see Andrew Willway from these two EMGG machines that are trying to hunt him down. Ryan Crooks, James Holzer right now, that's going to be 2nd and 3rd as everybody's coming up this little bit of a hill. But yeah, those guys nose to tail. And then Matt O'Brien in that 43 right now sitting P number 4. A little bit further in the back, we saw a bunch of those guys and girls still stacked up, so I'm going to try to work our way through and show you everything that we possibly can. But yeah, this is lanes change violation on the 17. It's one of the unfortunate side effects of joining the race really late. You're kind of hustling, but yeah, Lock on Stratus, our race admin, saying at 17 we'll have a penalty that we'll have to discuss just in the race. Definitely want to thank everybody that's out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and of course through iRock TV on your favorite Roku device. Go on over to where it says streamers on your Roku and type in iRock TV. It's the logo that you see on the bottom left hand side, and it's a 100% free app. And all broadcasts that you watch there are in full 4K quality. So go on over, give it a download, give it a like if there is such a thing on Roku, and yeah, there you go. Tyler Doar looks like he might have a little bit of an issue a little bit further in the back as well. So far, looks like he's okay. Not quite sure what that was for, but him and Chuck Cody just kind of got a little bit of a flag letting me know that there might have been some kind of a problem. All right, we're going to keep on going through. Back to Jeremy Kramer. He's not on pit road. Might have just been blinking out there for a moment. This is back in P35. Austin Collins just a couple behind him. Rivers Jones, he is also out here on track, but for some reason it keeps flipping over. This is the guy last on track. This is, he's in the rear with the gear. Rob Newman, Eliza Bethel, and others showing up a little bit of a flag saying that there might be some kind of a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find them right now. Let's see, where is Eliza? Eliza's back here in P29. Yeah, definitely a little sideways. Let's see if we can find out exactly what happened with Eliza in just a moment. But good thing she's got a... normally she has a spotter. Let's see if we can find out what happened with Eliza. All right, we'll go ahead and bring it on in, and let's play it out from here. You got Tyler Doar in his Elite Performance Industries machine right behind her. Eliza using a little bit of the runoff, overcorrects and sends both of them into the inside wall. Eliza locks it down. It looks like, oh, the 33 comes over and just not. More cars kind of running over Eliza. There's Tyler Doar trying to get back up and get going. Now Eliza just sitting still for the most part. Very, very unfortunate. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Looks like Andrew Sanford had a little bit of an issue as well. Let's check in with him. There's that 37. He's just going to spin it out. Doesn't look like anybody else was collected. He's just going to be able to grab a gear and get going. All right. Joseph Turley, a little bit of an issue as well. Coming out underneath the COTA bridge, locks it up, goes off track, and yep, that's the reason for the flag on him. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. Guys got kind of blinking out just a little bit, but yeah, only working lap 3 of 31. So yeah, these guys taking over 2 minutes to complete one single lap. But in the meantime, let's get back up towards the front where Andrew Wisdom, Matt O'Brien, and Ryan Crooks right now fighting it out for the top 3. Jordan McGraw, Jacob Kerr, Tom Harmon, Tom Flickcroft, Matt Burgess, and Duncan O'Connor going to be your 9th place driver, followed up by the one and only John Honeycutt, just a little bit further back right now, sitting in P10. Tell you what, let's actually catch up with Andrew Wisdom. And I forgot about our track map. I apologize, ladies and gents. All right, so looks like he is down at the bottom of the S's, so he's going to come screaming on through there. Let's actually jump on board, jump into the cockpit with Andrew Wisdom, see exactly how he's tackling this place. This man is just an absolutely phenomenal road course driver. You could even call him a ringer. But yeah, let's jump on board with him. Yeah, Flickcroft versus Dohar. Right now, Tom Flickcroft right here. He decided to get back in the AMP and Nationwide colors. And yeah, right now Dohar sitting in P number 9, I believe. I'm sorry, not Dohar in P9. The Tom Flickcroft in P number 9. Right now, Dohar looks like he is a little bit further back after that contact. He is back in 40th. So here is Dohar in this 77 machine. Now I have Dohar. He is solid. I mean, the guy is great at saving tires, saving fuel, saving everything. So he'll be up there a little bit later on. And if it's not this week, he'll absolutely be up there next week. When we get back to corn country, when we get to Iowa. So have to see how it all works out for this 77 tonight. But you can bet your bottom dollar he'll be back with a vengeance when we go back to an oval next week. '50 of John Honeycutt right now. He's up one spot, sitting in P number 12. He's got Francis Hamilton in that 48 Tigers machine right in front of him. And if we flip on over to his nose cam, you see just how close he gets on some of these corners. Just doing everything that he can to try to make up some time, including out braking. And looks like the 48 able to do just exactly as the 50 of Honeycutt did. Little loose under braking, getting into the corners again through this double apex and into these S's, doing one hell of a job. Using a little bit of rumble strip, late entry, try to get some speed off, and there you go. Matt O'Brien's up to P number 2, or back up to P number 2, I should say. He's able to fall back into the spot that he started in. You also see Ryan Crooks back there as well in P number 3. Jordan McGraw up one spot into P number 5. And the race control mentioned earlier that James Holzer got a start line penalty. So Holzer right now back to P number 9 in his EMGG glitch machine, right behind the deuce of Duncan O'Connor. Maxwell Castro in this number 27 Chevrolet. He's got Andrew Sanford behind him and Brendan Book right ahead in that number 5. Got a little bit of a notification from Joseph Turley saying that he had some kind of an issue, but it looks like it only was him involved, so we won't go back and check that. Now, if I saw a whole bunch of guys, notifications coming up saying that they had an issue, then yeah, we definitely go back and check it. But here you see the 37 of Andrew Sanford. Byron Jones just a couple behind him in this number 3 213 Simware Patriot Esports Ford Mustang GT. So he's doing all right. Steve Flickcroft says, go Tom, number 8. Again, Tom Flickcroft, he is just a little bit further up. Right now, he's fallen back one from where we mentioned him earlier. Right now, Tom Flickcroft sitting in P10. Got a notification again for Rob Newman and Joseph Turley again. Let's see what this one's about. There's that 13 Magoo's machine going through this slalom or these S's, I guess you could say. And it looks like he is going to slide off track, and that's the reason for his notification. So it said that him and Rob Newman had something going on, but definitely not the case. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. Not missing anything up front. Still Andrew Wisdom, Matt O'Brien, and Ryan Crooks. The top 3. 25 laps to go. And you know what? I just realized, I apologize, I've had their best time up there for a while instead of the gap. So let's go ahead and change that over to the gap. Andrew Wisdom leading, Matt O'Brien, Ryan Crooks, Jordan McGraw, Kerr, Holzer, Harmon, Burgess, O'Connor, and Flickcroft as your top 10. Byron Jones, possibly something going on between him and Jeremy Kramer, Joseph Turley. Let's see if we can find out exactly what happened there. As you see, one coming back on track. Let's go ahead and play this out. That's Byron Jones in the 3. Oh, just getting over those turtles and just upset the balance of the car. Is going to give it a little gas to get off track and come on back on. And looks like it was just self-spin, even though it showed something else with the streaming tools. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right. So that is that. This is the 34, Jordan McGraw, and his FWCC. Looks like Team FTR Camaro. Jordan McGraw signing his car on the back. Right now sitting P4 up one spot, which moved the 11 of Jacob Kerr outside of the top 4, but still sitting P5 down one spot. Holzer back to P number 6, right where he started. So served a little bit of a penalty. Had to give up a few spots because I think they said that he jumped the restart, so I had to give some of those spots back. Looks like he did that and was able to move on. It was a lane change violation. So those that he jumped going into the corner, he had to give those spots back. So now Holzer's got a little bit more work to do to try to get back up and get back racy. But as you can see there on the scoring pylon, that dropped him back a little over 20 seconds, almost 21 seconds, up to the leader, Andrew Wisdom. All right, Tom Harmon right behind in his Avril Lavigne machine. You see the 12 right there as well. That's going to be Matt Burgess. This is a battle for position. Burgess on the inside, or left side, as it would say in road course racing. 68, possibly going to give just a little bit of a shove, but still, so far, so good. They all just come snaking through these S's, carrying quite a bit of speed and doing everything that they can to try to gain an inch on the next guy or girl ahead of them and work their way through. Tell you what, this is a nice little battle. Let's jump on board with Tom Harmon right now and see exactly what he's doing to battle it out. Twelve went ahead and locked him up, sent him off track just a little bit. Now I definitely see something going on with Cody Kalinga, Rob Newman, Joseph Turley, Sean Blanchard, and Matt Burgess. Let's see what this is about. This looks like it might be a little bit of a wreck somewhere in the back. Locked him up. Late turn. No issues so far there. How about Sean Blanchard? $21 going to try to outbrake the 91's going to send the 91 wide. He's going to get a little bit of a run off, maybe a little bit of a love tap to the back bumper of the 21. Going down the hill and back up again. These guys make contact in the bumper, or what are we doing here? Okay, no issue. So I'm gonna guess I'm gonna have to stop trusting this this equipment for this evening, but we'll go ahead and bring it back live one more time. Looks like Ryan Crooks was actually able to pass Matt O'Brien for P number 2. Let's see if we can find out exactly how that happened. Switch it up a little bit here. And that's not what I chose. let's go and bring it back live. I'm not quite sure what that's, why that's doing that, but all right. But yeah, here again, Ryan Crooks now up one spot. Just a mere 6.7 seconds behind Andrew Wisdom. Right now, Andrew Wisdom, he is just on cruise control, and he continues to try to check out from the rest of the field. Got a pretty good 7-second lead back to P2. Matt O'Brien, P number 3. Jordan McGraw, P4. And James Kerr back there in, or I'm sorry, Jacob Kerr back in P number 5. Holzer still sitting P6. P7 is going to be Burgess, Harmon, Flitcroft, and Hamilton. So these guys continuing to get after it lap after lap. 22 to go out of the 31 that are scheduled for this evening from the Circuit of the Americas, COTA for short. And again, welcome aboard. This is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. And this is the first road course race of the season. Very, very long, 3.4 mile, 20-turn road course. And we've had some issues. No cautions so far. Usually the only time a caution is going to fly on a road course is if the track is blocked somewhere. But other than that, we stay green most of the way as the 15 comes on downhill. Big sweeping left-hander. Slow it on down for this quick little hairpin turn. Get back on the throttle, get back through the gears, and continue to pull away. 6.6 now, back to Crooks. Matt O'Brien back here in this number 43. You see him right behind the 25. So these two really no separation in their track position, but quite a bit of separation from first back to second. Let's go back a little bit further. Jordan McGraw, he's got the 11 now of Jacob Kerr. Kerr is able to get on by that 34 to take his original starting spot back. How about this? So after these guys, James Holzer back in P6, he's right where he started. Matt Burgess, P7, right where he started in that number 12 machine. The 68 of Tom Harmon in 8th, right where he started. Most inside the top 10 are where they started. 1st, 4th, 5th and 6th, they just changed positions, but 7th and 8th also right where they started as well. So a lot of guys showing that their practice and their qualifying times very indicative of the way that they were going to race on track. Tom Harmon back here in his 68 Avril Lavigne machine. Last season, this car was mostly green. This year, a little bit of hot pink or maybe a little bit of magenta with the black. Looking pretty good. Sitting P8 again, right where he started. If we look for the biggest mover in the race so far, we would have to go back a little bit further back. We'd be talking about this guy, the 4 of where'd he go? Of Charles Kramer. This is P30, but he is up 12 spots from where the race started. So Charles Kramer continuing to apply speed and apply pressure and take some spots away. After that, for an honorable mention, we would have to go, how about Mike DeWalt? He actually just gained his 12th position up. So Mike DeWalt in this number 19 DeWalt Toyota Camry, also up 12 spots, right along with one more driver, talking about Jose Ruiz in this 23 Team FTR machine. He is also up 12 spots, right in front of Byron Jones, and this is a battle for P21. Byron Jones 22nd, Tyler Dohar 23rd, Austin Collins 25th, and Mike DeWalt in 25th. You know, let me check something, because I'm having, I'm kind of curious if I didn't turn the sound up. If I didn't, I didn't. Why didn't somebody tell me that the car sounded blah? Need a little bit of sound. There we go. Now you hear these beasts. There you see Jose Ruiz, 77 of Tyler Dohar, trying to get to the left side. Byron Jones right behind him in that Patriot Esports Sim Racing Wear number 3 up the hill, and there we go. I appreciate that, Patrick. Car sounds low. Well, telling you now, yeah, I appreciate that. I would have cranked that up a long time ago. I thought it was just the volume in my headset. Good to see you out there, Patrick. It's been a little bit, though, hasn't it? All right. Let's keep on going. How about we pick up with Zach Deutscher in this number 21? He had been rocking a completely different paint scheme. I'm looking through right now to see if I can find which one or what it was called. It was like Onyx or something similar to that. Right now, Aerokinetics. There we go. For both him and Philip Bridgman. Yeah, it's Aerokinetics. Really, really nice looking black and gold. Or black and kind of like a deep mustard colored machine. Both of them looked really, really good. So this week, though, switching it over to the number 21 with the Dex colors all around. Brendan Book right in front of him in his Cincinnati number 5. You see the 27 of Maxwell Castro as well as the 37 of Andrew Sanford right in front. These guys are all battling out for position right now. The 5 just waiting on one of these guys to make a mistake or maybe get on up ahead of them just on pure speed alone. But it's always a little bit harder to do it on road courses. You've got to be a ringer in order to come on out here and make up that kind of time, because you got to worry about your braking points, maybe trying to outbrake people getting into the braking zones, all kinds of different things, maybe saving a little bit of tire, saving fuel, yeah, again, a lot comes into play. 20 laps to go. You want to keep up with Shake and Bake, make sure you go on over to them on Twitter. You see right where it says 20 to go on the top of the scoring pylon, at Racing SNB. Keep up with everything Shake and Bake Racing, and you'll be able to see where they're at every single week. Keep up with their points. Keep up with who won, little clips, all kinds of things out there. Ernesto Gonzalez, Nira. Thank you very much for the follow. This, again, is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series live from COTA tonight. I am Repeat, and welcome aboard. Definitely appreciate the follow there. We are roughly 1 hour into this race, and we've only gone 22 laps. No cautions. It's just the amount of time that it takes for these guys to get around this 3.4 mile, 20-turn road course, otherwise known as Circuit of the Americas. 21 going to apply just a little bit of pressure to the backside, and the tool, why not? It had been behaving, and now all of a sudden, not so much, huh? All right, come on back to me. I apologize. Struggling with a little bit of an issue with drop frames and latency right now. Hopefully it comes back and the stream doesn't go away. I'm trying, I promise you. Again, apologies. I'll try to keep working our way through. Little bit of an internet. There we go. Now it's coming back for us. Definitely, again, I apologize. And it looks like we are back. Yeah, that's the leader. Andrew Wisdom in that iRacing number 15 right now. Ryan Crook still P2. Matt O'Brien. James Holzer, he's able to work his way on up just a little bit. Holzer, he was 20 seconds back, so he's been able to click off almost a second and a half to 2 seconds, judging by how far back he was. But he is doing all right. Stratus says it's only happened a couple times, so no worries. Thank you very much, Stratus. Appreciate you, sir. A little bit further back, Matt Burgess sitting P number 7. Tom Harmon right behind him. This is a battle for position. 18 laps to go, and again, I definitely apologize for that momentary drop. A little bit of an issue with the internet speeds, dropping frames, and just the levels kind of going a little haywire. But we are back, and everything looks golden. So how about, since we got a pretty decent gap through the field, how about we kind of keep the camera where it's at, and we'll go through the field and kind of reintroduce you to everybody at just a little bit wider of an angle, so you know who's who and where they are from. All right, so again, Andrew Wisdom from St. Louis, Missouri. He started the race P1, and he has led every single lap so far. Ryan Crook started P3, right now up to P2 from Madison, Alabama, and his EMGG machine. He's looking to try to follow up with a great finish last week. Matt O'Brien, P number 3, down 1 spot after starting outside pole from Sterling Heights, Michigan. James Holzer in his 17 EMGG machine from the great Commonwealth state of Pennsylvania, with Jacob Kerr down 1 spot right behind him from Stillwell, Kansas. Matt Burgess, he's going to be a little bit further back in his number 12 A&W machine, and he's so far up 1. Tom Harmon also up 1 in P number 7. He's got Tom Flitcroft right behind him out of Henderson, New York, and sitting P number 8 up 7 spots. So I tell you, Tom Harmon, this is a new season for this driver. He has been really showing a lot of improvement since last season, and the off season as well. Really been working on his iRacing craft quite a bit. Francis Hamilton right behind him as well. iTuckles, thank you very much for the follow. Definitely appreciate it. Welcome aboard. Again, this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series live from COTA, Circuit of the Americas, and I am Repeat. Again, thank you very much for the follow. Jacob NASCAR says, hey Pete, how's the race so far? Had to work tonight. Jacob, so far so good. Couple small issues, nothing really big. Big gaggle on the start, but since then, just a lot of separation all the way through. GapFab says, what a comeback from Dohar. Let's see some more of him. We're going to get there, I promise you. And thank you very much for the follow last night. Brody Falliker back here right now sitting in P10, up 4 with John Honeycutt right behind him out of Orlando, Florida, sitting P11. Nate Mon in this double-do sun drop machine from Wilmington, North Carolina, just down the road from me, up 10 spots to P12. Andrew Sanford in his 37 Allsports WMU machine, sitting P13, down 1 from San Diego, California. Maxwell Castro, old Max himself, sitting P14 in this 27, up 4 from where he started. Zach Deutscher right behind him in the 21, getting a little bit of pressure from, guess who? That's right, the one and only Tyler Dohar. Dohar started 17th, right now up to 16th, right behind the 21, Zach Deutscher from Kewanee, Wisconsin. Tyler Dohar from the great state of Ohio, Walbridge, that is, and his Elite Performance Industries number 77. Going to try to get a little bit to the inside of the 21, maybe get him in the braking zone. Looks like 21's going to pull over, let him go. No sense in battling it out right there. So Matt Gale a little bit further behind him in this number 67. He's down 8 spots, back to P17. Austin Collins from Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, just a little west of me. He's up 16 spots in this Tractor Supply 00 and looking pretty good. Byron Jones back here from Goodyear, Arizona, owner and operator of Jones Paint and Designs, or Jones P&D on Twitter. You need any kind of a paint scheme, anything like that from Byron, tell him I sent you. Jones P&D on Twitter, up 6 spots to P19. Jordan McGraw back here from Bridgeport, Texas, right now down 15. He had one hell of a qualifying effort, just falling back through the field a little bit. Then we got Sean Blanchard from Lima, Ohio, down 1 after starting 20th. This swag.biz machine, I'm sure he cannot wait to get back to an oval. Jose Ruiz back here from Sacramento, California, in this number 23, up 11 spots in his Team FTR machine, right behind that Swag.biz car. And there you see the 20 out there as well. That's going to be Frank Winnicett. So Cody Kalinka back here also as well in this number 79 Nationwide machine. He's right where he started, 23rd. Ryan McCall in his Shaboom number 30, up 3 spots, sitting P24 from Bear, Delaware. Next time I pass through that way, I'll have to send him a message. Brendan Book in this number 5, down 9, sitting P25. Another driver from Sterling Heights, Michigan. He's got Duncan O'Connor a little bit further back in this deuce. One of the sole Canadians in the field, down 5, P26. John Osborne in this number 81. It was good to see this Woody's machine really try to get it in qualifying, but just unfortunately fell a little short, down 1, P27. Joseph Bird in this Hat Trick Podcast number 93, down 9, P28. P29 is going to be up 6 spots, talking about the 61 of Micah Allard. Charles Kramer right behind him. He's in this number 4, up 12 after starting 42nd from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a little south of where my in-laws are from. It looks like he's actually going to come on down pit road. So with that, we're going to kind of leave it with that, as it looks like Tom Flitcroft and others coming on down pit road to grab their first round of green flag pit stops. And 15, again, of Andrew Wisdom continuing to lead the way. Now 9.2 up on Ryan Crooks. 12 back to Matt O'Brien. 17 back to Holzer. Holzer, he's fast. He just needs a little bit of a break. And then, of course, Kerr rounding out your top 5 in that 11. And it's this 11 right here. All right, so we got almost all the way through. And yeah, GabFab, I have to agree. What a comeback for Dohar. A little bit of riding along there with the 50 of John Honeycutt, as well as Holzer just before him. Definitely want to say hello and big welcome to everybody that just joined. Again, I am repeating, and this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series tonight from Circuit of the Americas, COTA for short. Again, big 3.4 mile, 20 turn road course. And tonight it's been a lot of fun. We started off with 31 laps on the board, down to 14 to go. Again, you want to follow these guys. You definitely want to do it over on Twitter at Racing SNB. It's in the scoring pylon on the top, right next to the 14 to go, and right underneath the COTA. And again, big thank you to the iRacing TV Roku channel for sponsoring the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series all season long. If you're interested in partially sponsoring this series, please go on over again to Racing SNB. That Twitter handle is maintained by the one and only Eliza Bethel herself, and just let her know I sent you. You could have your name right where the iRacing TV is, or it'll swap out right where it says iRacing TV now on the top right hand side. We'll get your phone number out there. We'll get your email address out there. We'll get your website out there. We'll get everything out there. So make sure if you're interested in sponsoring this series, go on over, hit up Eliza, tell her I sent you, and maybe we'll get you a little bit of a deal. May's out there as a part of the EMGG watch party that's there every single week in and week out, pulling for their drivers, Ryan Crooks and James Holzer, which right now looks like they are on pit road. So Ryan Crooks, Andrew Wisdom also on pit road. There's the 43 of Matt O'Brien and company. So yeah, all these guys on pit road for 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. Go ahead and fill it up with that Sunoco E15 fuel and then come on out. 43 and 25 coming out together. So that tells me that Ryan Crooks was really starting to gain on the 43. He's going to lock him up just a little bit there, getting into that hairpin. 43 is going to be able to extend that gap just a little, and away he goes. But Holzer, he's just now coming out of pit road as well. So Holzer down to 17.2 behind our leader, 7 points behind Crooks. 9 seconds or so behind O'Brien. And yeah, Holzer got hold on to it, buddy. Hold on to it. He's going to come back. Hey, man, you got me with the broadcaster's curse. Not so much. But a good save by Holzer for a 4-tire slide. Good thing is I don't think he's going to lose much position. Yeah, he's going to lose 2 spots. But he's able to pull right behind the 8 of Flitcroft. John Honeycutt, also in this number 50 high-tech securities machine, was able to move on by, put him up 9 spots to P number 4. He wants to catch up to Crooks and O'Brien as well. So now all 3 cars right here, all for position. Is going to go ahead and try to outbreak the 8, and it looks like they're going to go side by side right behind the 50. 17 is going to be able to take that spot from his good buddy, and he's going to pull up right on the back end of the 50 again of John Honeycutt. Wrong one. There we go. Let's get behind it. So again, Mace and Mao, I'm sure, both out there as part of that EMGG watch party, looking back at the 17 of Holzer. Back 1 spot after a little bit of an issue on colder tires, and back to P number 5, right behind this guy, John Honeycutt. All right, so looks like the 50, he's going to go ahead and bring his machine down pit road, right along with Tom Flitcroft, right behind right behind him, there we go, in his Amp Energy Mountain Dew Game Fuel machine. Again, Tom Flitcroft got it done at Daytona, and that I've never heard a driver so ecstatic as Flitcroft was when he got that done. You see the 77 pull in right behind him as well. 8's going to go ahead and just top off and come on back out. The 8 wants some track position, so Flitcroft's going to go ahead and hit the loud pedal, come off pit road, and try to get going. He's actually able to leapfrog the 50 of Honeycutt, so move Flitcroft up to P number 7 so far. Stratus says Kerr looped it and out in turn 20. So Jacob Kerr a little bit further back in his FedEx machine. I didn't get a notification for him. Yep, still didn't. So yeah, nothing going on there. Turn 20, that's right, 3.4 miles, 20 turn juggernaut of a racetrack. 12 laps to go. Catching up with this battle here, 25 Ryan Crooks able to look to the inside of the 43 Focus Factory machine for Matt O'Brien, able to go ahead and take that spot away. So put the 2.5 back up to P number 2 after starting third. So good race for Ryan Crooks. I tell you, last season Ryan Crooks was constantly inside like the top 5, top 10, you know, battling for position within that realm. And it just seems like in the off season, Ryan Crooks has really stepped up his game. You know, he's got a win here in Shake and Bake. He's also got a win in the Thursday night iRock Challenge Series in the trucks. He's just been absolutely phenomenal, no matter what kind of vehicle this driver is in. But one thing constant about this guy, that's EMGG and the gaming club that absolutely backs both him and James Holzer. Oh, little slideways, trying to get back on the loud pedal before the tires were ready to hook up, but able to keep it going in the right direction. Tom's parent says, "Go Tom!" There we go. Go Tom, up 8, P number 7. He's got Honeycutt behind him, but how about this guy right here, Tyler Dohar. Tyler had a rough night last night in a turn down for what iRacing Truck Series. Had a little bit of a power issue. Ended up having an issue with staying logged in. Also, I'm not sure if it fried his headset or what happened with Dohar, but he ended up multiple laps down. He went ahead and raced it out anyway, and was able to come back. You know, he finished, I believe, like 15th, give or take. But here he is, so far up 9 spots, sitting P8. So another great run for this race EPI driver. The 18 that's right in front of him, that's not for position. So that driver's just going to go ahead and pull over and let him go. That was Philip Bridgman in his number 18 Aerokinetics machine. There goes the 1 and several others right on by. The double deuce also. That's going to be Nate Mon. That's going to put Nate Mon up to P13. He's also up 9 spots. Again, a guy that was very, very fast last week. And always good to see this Sundrop car finish very well. Just something about it. I don't know if it's the Dale Jr. fan in me or what. But yeah, Nate Mon again having a great race. 11 laps to go. Andrew Wisdom now 9.3 rather, over Crooks, 9.9 over O'Brien, 22 over Holzer, and 38 over Burgess. There are a few drivers 1 or more laps down. Some are in the pits, as some just having horrible trouble. If we catch up with Andrew Wisdom, and we'll actually go ahead and take a look from his nose cam. Right now, all he's got is just clean track. He can hit his marks, do whatever he's got to do. Doesn't have to worry about braking zones because there's nobody behind him. We'll go ahead and take a look back from him. There's nobody up his trumpet or stealing his clean air whatsoever. This driver is just flat setting sail. The ringers on these road courses, they absolutely do a phenomenal job every single week. Hit this very, very sharp apex or hairpin turn. There we go. let's go ahead and take a lap around this place from his dash. Let's go. All right, that's going to be one full lap around COTA, Circuit of the Americas, with the one and only Andrew Wisdom. Andrew, again, starting on pole and has led every single lap so far. You see Eliza Bethel in that 64 go ahead and move out of Andrew Wisdom's way. And that's going to, let me see, right now, Eliza, let's actually go ahead and check in with Eliza. Eliza right now sitting back in P32 in her Team FTR machine. There she is. She's got IT Defenses LLC on the side. IT Defenses was a sponsor last season, if I'm not mistaken, for Daytona. This year, it's just sponsoring her car and still putting them on the side. Frozen Toes 24 on the Twitch side. And man, you want to talk about a following? Eliza's got over 4,000 followers on Twitch, and she's one hell of a NASCAR streamer. Whether it's NASCAR or it's F1 or Indy or whichever, she's a great streaming talent in her own right. Absolutely. Check in with Ryan Crooks up here in this 2.5. Crooks now down to 11 seconds behind. King Mather says, man, he is smooth. It's awesome to see people race the hell out of a road course and nail every corner. Stream is looking good, Pete. Thank you very much, bud. Definitely appreciate it. Good to see you out there, man. I definitely miss you. But yeah, I mean, Andrew Wisdom, he is just bad fast. He is just bad fast. But glad to know the stream's looking good. Definitely trying. Definitely had some problems earlier, but looks like everything has kind of settled down. Stratus, definitely appreciate you again for letting me know when those problems were going on. But yeah, so far so good. 8 laps to go, and it's been all Andrew Wisdom. Matt O'Brien right behind him. So these guys, they are like tit for tat. If one gains a little bit, the other gains it right back within the next couple of corners. But yeah, Ryan Crooks and Matt O'Brien definitely holding it down pace for pace. Here's the 17 of James Holzer. He was able to move his way back up to P4, but he's still 25 seconds back after that little bit of a slide. At one point, he was down to about 17 seconds. but that was pre-pit stop when he came out, got a little loose on some fresh tires, and went for a four-tire slide off the track and had to gather it back up. The couple of spots that he lost on track, he has regained. So again, Holzer up to P4, up 2 spots from where he started. Matt Burgess back here again in this number 12 A&W machine. Matt Burgess, another one that shows a lot of improvement in his racing abilities from last season. This A&W machine definitely showing to be in the top 10 just about every single week so far. Again, this is only week number 4 if we're not counting the duels. Jacob Kerr right behind. AK13 says, let's go, Mon. Mon just a little bit further back right now, rocking P11, up 11 spots in his double deuce. So yeah, this Sundrop machine, he continues to try to move on up the field, and again, up 11 spots. He's doing what he does, and he's doing it pretty well. So again, the double deuce up 11 spots after starting 22nd in P11. That's a lot of ones that add up to 2s. I just don't think he's going to be able to work his way on up for any kind of a podium position unless by some strange chance we happen to have a wreck that blocks the entire track, and a caution was to fly. There's a lot of drivers out here that would absolutely love to see that happen. Flickcroft says, good job, Dohar. Dohar right now a little bit further back. Dohar, where are you, Dohar? Looking for him. Okay, Dohar right here in P7. So yeah, Dohar right now up 10 spots after starting 17th. So yeah, Dohar again, putting this Elite Performance Industries filter time number 77 through its paces. Right now, this car is breathing a whole lot happier than his truck was last night. Yeah, absolutely gotta agree with you. Yep, P7. There you go. He's in P7, and Tom Flickcroft right behind him in his Mountain Dew machine. So yeah, they are. I would say they're nose to tail, but a little bit of separation between the two right now. Looking at a good 9 seconds, give or take. Yep, you got it. John Honeycutt back here in the 50. He's got that double deuce right behind him. It'll be interesting to see if Nate Mont can actually get on up here and try to challenge the 50 for a top 10. With 6 laps to go here from COTA, he's definitely got a chance. I definitely won't say he doesn't, as they make their way around the hairpin and down this sweeping right-hander underneath the Echo Park Automotive Bridge and through these S's. It's interesting to hear them how they play with the throttle in order to get these cars up and moving, because if they were to just stab the throttle at the exit of these S's or at the exit of a turn, they're going to go around. It's just the way that it works. You cannot just come off of one of these turns and just go hammer down on the throttle, because you will go around. They've got to slightly get back into it. It's like old Darrell Waltrip used to say, it's like you got an egg underneath the pedal and you just want to push it and push it and push it until you can finally mat it. But man, these guys doing everything that they can to get on up there and gain every position they possibly can. Looking back right now from Nate Mont, as you can see, a little bit of a gap back, but again, in front, he's definitely got that 50 of John Honeycutt right in front of him. Francis Hamilton a little bit further back in his number 48 Detroit Tigers Camaro. He's got the one of Brody Falliker right behind him, and Francis Hamilton, he's down 3 spots after starting 11th, sitting in 14th. Brody Falliker right behind. and then Maxwell Castro a little bit right in front of him. So this is all a battle for position, right along with Tom Harmon that we're with right now. He's down 4 spots in his 68 Avril Lavigne Camaro, sitting P12. And again, all this behind the Double Deuce Sundrop Camaro for Nathan Mon. Up front, not missing anything with 5 laps to go. Andrew Wisdom still leading, and he has just been putting on one hell of a clinic all night long. No, I'm not going to sing the song. Ryan Crook's a little bit further back. He still has that 43 right up his trumpet. It'll be interesting to see when it's all said and done if that 43 has a chance to use a bumper to move this 2.5 out of his way, or if he'll just try to outbrake him in a braking zone, or what he would do in order to come up P number 2. But so far, Matt O'Brien P3, down 1 spot after starting outside pole. That puts Ryan Crooks up 1 spot after starting P3. But again, these guys been around each other all evening long. James Holzer back here in the 17, still up 2, running P4. It's going to be a great points night for Holzer no matter what. He's got a win on the season so far, so he's locked into at least the first round. And of course, Holzer, he is just he's a points magnet. This guy, he's just forever strong in this EMGG glitch machine. Must be swigging that drink to keep him attentive in this car lap after lap when you're running 31 laps here at COTA. He gets on by the 64 of Eliza Bethel. Eliza just kind of pulls over and lets that 17 roll ahead. See, Flickerhoff says, road courses with the downward thumb emoji. Yeah, I got to agree with you. Anybody that knows me knows that if you've got to, if it's on dirt and you got to steer left to go right, I don't do that. It's just unnatural. Or if you got to use the brakes in one of these things, count me out. I will catch you next week. I am just a straight oval racer that loves the hell out of iRacing in general. So yeah, doing their thing. Matt Burgess back here still in this 12, still sitting in P number 5. But now I believe we've got a tie for biggest mover. And yeah, it's going to be Tyler Dohar and Nathan Mon, few spots behind him. I was wondering if this battle right here was going to heat up. Honeycutt right ahead of this Double Deuce, and that looked like it had a little bit of potential, but just wasn't able to get it to work. But yeah, how about back up to Tyler? Up 11 spots right now, sitting P6. One hell of a run for driver 77. This P6 finish, if this is where he finishes, this should feel like a win for Tyler. It should just feel like a win after racing his way all the way through. Got a little bit of a notification for James Holzer, but doesn't look like he's having any kind of an issue. And he's still, well, he might have had a slide, because now it's showing that he's back, 23 seconds behind the leader. But again, how about this battle right here between the 2.5 and the 4.3? I mean, they've just been, filling up each other's mirror all race long. Jacob Kerr in this number 11 FedEx machine. He's down 3 spots in P number 7 right now, trying to do everything that he can. Those 3 cars overshot the corner. So, all right, since it's actually something, let's go back and watch Holzer. All right, coming up on the 30 Shaboom machine. And Holzer, yep, going to lock it up, go off track slightly. And yeah, that's what the broadcast software is calling an issue. So usually when I see a driver, his profile go red on my screen or in my tools, that indicates a crash. But I guess here on the road course, it just indicates that he went off track. No big deal. All right, so let's go ahead and bring it back live. Stratus, you're the man. All right, J-Mac down 3 spots right now, sitting P8, and he has got some company. Here comes Flitcroft, John Honeycutt, Nate Mon, and Tom Harmon. Looks like they're going to race this one out. The 8 not able to do anything with the 34 right there. 50 right behind the 8. And, of course, Nate Mon just a little bit further back as well. Let's go ahead and bring it up to the chopper view so we can kind of keep an eye on what happens with these 4. One guy's going to slip up. There's no doubt. 8 just about tried to get to the outside or to the left side. There's really no outside in road course racing. It's either left side, right side, up front, or behind. But 34 able to get a little bit of a gap. Double Deuce just kind of staying back a little bit, starting to join this party as well. And there's Maxwell Castro back there in his next level racing, number 27. Snaking all over this very, very fast straightaway. And let's go ahead and bring it back in one more time. Two laps to go. That we started off with 31, almost a little bit of contact there between the 50 and the 8, but the 50 decided to go ahead and pull it left, so he didn't make contact with Flitcroft. Double Deuce applying a little bit of pressure. That is Nate Mon. Nate Mon trying to show that he's there. 50 thought about throwing it to the inside, had to check up a little bit, not to get to the inside or the right side of that 8. Again, Nate just back there hoping that these guys will have a little aggressive in the closing laps. This was 31 laps from COTA, Circuit of the Americas, for the iRacing, or the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Again, I am Repeat. If you haven't already, please go on up, pound that follow, pound that sub if you can. And if you're out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or iRock TV through your favorite Roku device, welcome aboard one more time. 27 of Maxwell Castro going to apply a little bit of a pressure to the right side of the 68 Avril Lavigne machine. 36 to the far left. The 68 and the 27 still side by side, throwing it into the corner. 22 is going to come across the nose of Tom Harmon. Tom had to lift just a little bit, but they all made it through. No harm, no foul. Up to the 50, still being pressured by that Double Deuce. It is white flag. Right, what? Oh no, I was going to say, what happened here? It was showing Ryan Crook sudden, but no, Wisdom still in the lead by a ton, by at least 10 seconds. You see the tool kind of wigging out just a little bit, but there is no doubt. Andrew Wisdom, he is going to come across the start stripe, and he will win this race unless something happens here in the next, half a lap, where he's got some kind of an issue going off track, but I don't think so. This man has just been too long all race long. No issue whatsoever. This 15 iRacing Camaro has been on rails. You see a little bit further back to 25 and to 43, continuing to battle it out. Got the 04 in the way, but these two, this is where the battle is. The 15, he knows where he's going to finish. Absolutely knows where he's going to finish. The battle right now is going to be for P number 2. Can a 25 hold up the hard charge of the 43 of Matt O'Brien? 25 back on the throttle, using a little bit of the rumble strips. Try to really get down low. Use those strips to gain just a little bit of extra grip through these last bit of S's. And we'll see both of these guys come on through. Will the 43 use that front bumper of his Focus Factor Camaro to get on by the 2.5? So far, not quite close enough yet. It's going to be Andrew Wisdom to come across and steal, or not steal, because he absolutely earned this win. This is the battle for P number 2. That's why we're staying right here. These guys will come across and take their position. Looks like off the corner, and it looks like the 2-5 will be P2. Matt O'Brien, P3. James Holzer 4th, and Tyler Dohar. So here is your winner, ladies and gents, talking about the 15 of Andrew Wisdom from St. Louis, Missouri, able to completely conquer COTA, Circuit of the Americas, and never look back. Led every single lap, except for maybe green flag pit stops. But, man, one hell of a race for driver 1-5. One hell of a race indeed. On his cool down lap, looks like behind Tyler Dohar for P5, Matt Burgess 6th, Jacob Kerr 7th, Jordan McGraw P8, P9 is going to be Tom Flitcroft, and Nate Mon up 12 spots to finish P number 10. '23 Jose Ruiz going to come up behind the back bumper of Andrew Wisdom, give him just a little bit of a love tap, right along with the 43, showing him some respect as well. Tom's parents says, good job, Tom. Absolutely, another top. All right, we're going to go ahead and clear the boards. It all belongs to driver 1-5 tonight. I tell you, Andrew, whenever you're ready, sir. Bobby Hill Kills, thank you very much for the follow. Definitely appreciate you. This was the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series live from COTA tonight. I am repeating. Welcome aboard, sir. Gonna try. The man's got a little extra go-go juice in the tank. Strata says, nice job, guys and gals. 15, gonna completely loop it around, stab the throttle, and again, Andrew Wisdom wins at COTA. All right, Andrew Wisdom going to go ahead and call it a night. One hell of a race for driver 1-5. I tell you, last year, Eliza Bethel and I called the Indy Series for Shake and Bake, and he was on an absolute tear in those cars on all the road courses. No surprise that he's able to pilot one of these stock cars around and grab a W here at COTA as well. Again, one hell of a job for Andrew Wisdom. Again, Ryan Crooks, Matt O'Brien will be in the booth shortly for our top 3. We will be right back. Don't nobody go nowhere. All right, ladies and gents, we are back. We've got our top 3 in the booth. We're going to start off with Matt O'Brien. Matt started outside pole, down 1 spot, but still a solid podium finish. Going to be solid on the night as far as points go for the first road course of the season. Matt, I tell you, you're picking up right where you left off last season when you were driving that Cloud9 machine in the 20. So now you got the Richard Petty 43 focus factor on the side, finishing P3, bottom step of the podium, but still going to be overall a pretty good race for you. Walk us through the battle that you had going on with Ryan Crooks and what you think about this overall finish, please, sir.
Well, me and Crooks, we're definitely having the battle. First half, he was definitely faster than me, but the second half of the race, I felt like that last section, I was faster, but it's so hard to get the pass done here. That was why I didn't take tires, just to see if I could jump them, and I did. I didn't take tires on my stop, I just took gas, and I was ahead of him, but he was a little fast on those fresh tires, but after a few laps it evened out and then went into my favor. So that was pretty interesting. But yeah, I could have been P2, just couldn't get it done. I don't really pride myself on moving people and stuff, so I want to try to do it as clean as I can. So yeah, I locked up going to the second turn, almost hit him, so that's why I finished like a second behind him. But it was a fun race. It was an awesome fight for second. P3's good, so
Well,
I basically said this morning. I basically said this morning if I didn't get a top 5, it would have been a total failure. So
you were just too hard on yourself, man. I tell you, 3.4 miles in distance and 20 turns around COTA. How many different braking zones are there on this track where you could really try to get under somebody by out braking them? Not necessarily locking up the tires, because we both know that tires here, just like on a lot of the different ovals, very, very important. But how many different braking zones would you use to your benefit here at COTA?
There's really 3 major ones, and then there's some other cheeky spots that you can do a pass at. But I knew locking up was a huge issue, so I've poked around with changing master cylinders and brake bias, and I found something where locking up is basically impossible, so that helped a lot. So
Gotcha.
I just put the foot, basically I was 100% brake to the floor, so
Oh, wow. Okay. And these next-gen cars are hard enough to stop as it is, so yeah, I guess you had to really dial them up, so to speak. But man, congratulations again on his P3. We're going to Iowa next week, going to corn country for, I believe, I read 160 laps. I could be wrong. Definitely been wrong before. So what do you think about going back over racing next week?
I promise I won't be here next week, because I am going to a concert Monday night. Okay. So I promise I won't be there next week unless something crazy happens. But if I was there, it depends on what the setup is. If the setup's like anything like it was an A-Fix, I have high concerns for race quality, but hopefully they've changed that setup a bit so it's not as crazy loose as it was. I enjoy Iowa. It's unfortunate that I'm gonna miss it, but it is what it is. But
well, buddy,
I'll be back for Auto Club.
There you go. Safe travels. Enjoy the concert. Send some pics over in the Discord, and man, enjoy your time. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you want to get out, sir?
Congrats to Andrew, my teammate. He's a monster on these road courses, so congrats to him. And then I shout out to Crooks, because it was an awesome race-long battle between us. So
there you go. I'm sure he'll probably share that sentiment once we talk to Ryan. But man, again, congratulations on this yet another podium finish. Definitely going to be a battle all the way down the stretch. This is a very, very long season, 36 races, including the All-Star and all that. So we'll looking forward to chatting with you again very, very soon, Matt.
Yep.
All right, so let's bring on up driver 2-5 of that EMGG glitch machine, up 1 spot from where he started. Ryan, P number 2. Man, you are just firing off on all cylinders, so to speak. Whether it's here on Monday night or whether it's on Thursday nights in the iRock Challenge series, you are just getting it done in no matter what kind of vehicle you're piloting. And of course, you know you've got unwavering support from your EMGG watch party guys and gals. Walk us through your race, and were you worried at all that maybe Matt would get a little ambitious and move that machine out of the way?
Yeah, super fun race. Yeah, I had so much fun racing Matt. Matt's super respectful, and I really felt bad a couple times because I dive bombed him. I know twice, and I think it was the 2 times I passed him. I actually had to dive bomb him, and I locked him up, and I stayed off of him, but I kind of forced him wide. So I was expecting I was gonna feel. I still feel bad because I was like, he at least owes me one, probably two. But yeah, so much fun. We were side by side in some of those super tight corners in the stadium section, and that was really awesome to do. Yeah, just needed some stage breaks to try to keep up with Wisdom. I knew coming in Wisdom would be the guy to beat, and tried to stay with him on the first restart, and I kept it probably at about a second and a half, and then he got it to 2 seconds, and then O'Brien was really fast and got by me, and when I got back by O'Brien on the first stint before the for the first pits, I felt like I wasn't running him down, but I was keeping the lead right at about 8.5 seconds. One time it was 9, I got it to 8.5, and I was building confidence, like, oh, here we go, but I know I can't make a mistake, and tried to drive a little hard going up the hill, and missed my apex, and then that was kind of it. Yeah, had a smooth pit stops. O'Brien got out in front of me. I have no idea how he made it on gas, because I thought I took exactly what I needed to make it on gas, but he still beat us out, and yeah, I was way faster than him on the short run, was able to get by him, and then on the long run, he was so much faster than me coming through the S's and a couple other places on the track, so I was definitely worried that he was going to get me. I drove with everything I had, but yeah, he probably still owes me at least one or two.
On a couple of the exits of the turns, you're starting to watch where the back end of your machine was starting to step out from you just a little bit. I didn't catch what you said there about your pit stop. Were you 2 tires, 4 tires, no tires? Was it just fuel? Or
yeah, so yeah, I took I think 12 gallons, which was I think a little too much, and then I took left sides just because during NIS I took left sides and I knew what the balance would be like when I came out, and I had what I wanted. Was able to get by O'Brien pretty quick, but it just didn't last on the long run. And you know, as you know, the guy behind you is a little quicker. You start to try to push harder. I try not to try harder on entries because I find I lock up, so I'll typically try to either back it up and kind of take a defensive line and then make sure I get a clean run out. It's really hard to pass unless you can really put it on the floor with the brakes, which is O'Brien said he found some way to do it. So I've got to hit him and figure out what he did. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was stepping out sideways almost on every exit, and you're just trying to. It's really fun because I mean, you know, you're trying to get it as close as you can on the edge, on the limit. But as soon as the next gen breaks free on you, it's gone. So you walk a fine line for sure.
Yeah, I know when the next gens first came out, or I shouldn't say first came out, because when they first came out, you could just go full throttle in these things, no matter where it was, Vegas or whatever. Went through a lot of testing with them. But these things used to be, and I haven't seen this as an issue much as of late, where if the car started to step out on you and you tried to catch it, you overcorrected, you were just immediately snap right into the outside wall, and there was no chance of saving it. I didn't really see a whole lot of that. Haven't seen a lot of that as of late. Is that still a thing? And just you and a lot of the other drivers that have gotten really good at this just figured out a way to save these machines?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think it's probably a mixture of both. I know, like you said, when they first came out, you could just about go wide open, and then it went through a period where they were really hard to drive, and if you lost traction for a second, it was gone. So you had to really try to take care of your stuff. But yeah, I think it's a mixture of both. I think people have kind of got used to like the overcorrection part, not overcorrecting, and also throttle control has a lot to do with it. Like when it starts to brake like that, you've got to lift and just kind of modulate the throttle to try to keep the power down and try to keep the nose pointed forward. But yeah, it's certainly easier to catch when it starts to go. But we've also had a lot of work catching it. So I definitely think it's a mixture of both.
All right, buddy. Last but not least, of course, going to Iowa next week. It's going to be a very fun oval. A little bit of banking there, and some pretty decent passing is something that we'll definitely see a lot of side by side, sometimes even 3 wide racing, a little bumpy, getting into the corners rather. What are you looking forward to as far as Iowa, or you're gonna have to put a little extra seat time in?
Yeah, be a little extra seat time. If I had any place I needed to kind of work on, it's kind of like the Richmond, Iowa, New Hampshire style racetracks. I feel like I've gotten a lot better though, and just have a lot more experience racing and try to how to make speed and also save at the same time. So really looking forward to it. Love the bumps down in I think 1 and 2.
Yep.
I find tracks that have character, like I'm able to kind of use those as pinpoints to either try to help my car work better on the short and long run. So looking forward to it, but definitely need to put a little more time in. And then, yeah, just big shout out to everybody, EMGG, and all the cool messages and follows and everything. And everybody stays tuned in and locked in, which is super awesome. And also, man, thank you for the broadcast. I always love having you, and congrats to Wisdom. Completely dominated, took control of the race, and yeah, that was it. But yeah, thank you to everybody that puts all of this together.
All right, buddy. Congratulations one more time on this runner-up spot. I'll look forward to seeing you again on Thursday night.
Awesome. Thanks, Pete.
You got it, buddy. All right, we got to pull up the man of the hour, the guy that never let go of the lead, starting from pole. I can't say he's moved up any at all. Andrew Wisdom in this iRacing number 15. Absolutely phenomenal job, Andrew. I got a chance to meet you during the Shake and Bake iRacing Indy series that we ran last year, and you were absolutely bad fast in those machines. Obviously, those have a little bit more grip. They're a whole lot lighter. Stock cars are a little bit heavier, not as grippy. But you just show that you can shine one more time on these road courses. One hell of a job. I'm not going to ask you for your secret because I'm sure you wouldn't give it anyway. But dude, one hell of a race. Talk us through, please.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I was a little bit lucky from the get-go and everything. I messed up quali a little bit there, and it was really close. I thought Matt was going to end up beating me, but I guess maybe we both kind of, I think, ended up making a little bit of a mistake or getting a 1X or something in qualifying. So I was just glad to hold on to the front row at least, especially the pole. And then just glad to get a good run through the first corner there at the beginning of the race with everybody so close together. So avoided all the chaos and everything. But yeah, it was good. I was just tried to keep it as consistent as I could. I was a little bit slower than what I thought I might have been just based on testing. I'm not sure, maybe if the fuel load in the cars being a little bit different might have kind of made them drive different or understeer more or something if they didn't have as much weight in the rear end or something. But yeah, I was just glad to be able to adapt to those changes, and the car felt pretty good all race. I had no real big mistakes and no incidents, so just happy to put a complete race together.
Man, I tell you, we jumped on board with one of the adjusted cameras and took one full lap with you all the way around, and you got a really good compliment from King Mathers out there on Twitch. He said, "Man, he is smooth. It's awesome to see these people race the hell out of a road course and nail every corner." So I don't know whether you know that guy or not, but he was absolutely singing your praises, as well as just on you quite a bit. It just seemed like that 15 could do no wrong. It looked like it was hooked up coming off the corner. You had the right amount of brake getting in. You weren't losing any time anywhere. You were just bad fast all night long. Were you fighting anything on the inside that you had to make adjustments for? Or, I mean, what was it about this car that suits your driving style?
Yeah, it's just, I appreciate the compliment, by the way. I'm not familiar with that person, but I really appreciate that. Yeah, the main thing, it seems to me, at least on the oval side in the next gen cars, is that you just cannot slide the tires, and as soon as you do, you're going to start losing time. So I just try to transition that to the road courses.